One of our live events, and I gotta say, I have never seen two more powerful, aggressive men than AJ and KC.
And that's what I'm telling you, Eamon. They're riding a wave of momentum this weekend into this title match. The luck, the momentum, and the tide could be on the side of the country gentlemen.
Like you mentioned, AJ still with that branding iron in hand.
Yeah, AJ Cazana is a roughneck. I mean, the guy is very polite outside the ring, but when he steps inside the squared circle, it's all business.
Question is, can they stamp that brand on the brand name that is Victory Championship Wrestling by capturing the VCW Tag Team Championships? It looks like the two smaller of the two teams, Garyt Lee and KC, going to start this match off.
And one thing I can tell you from watching the country gentlemen, not just over this weekend, but in their exploits in the NWA, KC Cazana really is the speed of the team and is complemented by the power of AJ. So they have all the bases covered. But again, to your point, the same could be said about the Wayward Sons. These two teams are so evenly matched, and that's why I believe it will be razor close whoever walks out of here victorious.
KC, even though the lighter of the two country gentlemen, with a slight weight advantage here on Garyt Lee. But Garyt, we've seen time and time again, has always fought from underneath. I also have to think in the back of their minds, are they nursing any wounds from the last time we were here in McMecca? Because they're coming off of War Games just, I believe, less than a month ago.
3 weeks ago, Eamon, you're correct. Garyt Lee with the advantage here.
But everyone knows in pro wrestling there's no rest. It's always another night. It's always another title defense for the Wayward Sons. As KC trying to get Garyt over. Garyt able to catch himself, and now deep arm drag there on KC.
Using the technique to keep KC off balance.
Once you get that momentum going.
So gritty is Garyt Lee. I believe that really defines his career. He's so gritty that he'll fight from anywhere, any angle. Tag into Gavin Jacobs, who has trimmed down a little bit, but has maintained all of that power, just added some quickness.
Oh, nice neck breaker there by Garyt.
Nice snap on the, oh man, and nice follow-up from Gavin. Lateral press here, hooks that leg.
Very explosive there with that knee. Gavin Jacobs, the more experienced of the two. Gavin really bringing Garyt up in many ways when it comes to his start in professional wrestling. Oh, big vertical suplex.
Yeah, I believe you can consider Gavin Jacobs kind of the general of the team. That's no slight against Garyt Lee, just speaking to the experience that Gavin Jacobs can bring to the table as you see him collide with KC in the corner.
Comes charging and now is going to send KC into the ropes. What is he thinking? Big neck breaker.
So much tag team continuity from the Wayward Sons, and AJ, I believe, has had enough.
Getting a little frustrated, but maybe a little overzealous, gets dumped out to the floor by the Wayward Sons.
And he's favoring that hand. You know, you can't throw a right hand if you're hurt, especially this early on.
Garyt now going off the ropes after the scoop slam and follows it up with a leg drop.
Nice vertical leap here. Hooks that back leg. Not enough weight on the back shoulder allowed KC Cazana to escape.
It's going to be so fascinating seeing this matchup play out, because I think it's not going to be, you know, one move and done. It's not going to be one moment. You know, you're going to take, it's going to take some ground and pound. It's going to take some effort by both teams
Line
to work
tag
down on their opponents. AJ now in. Oh, Gavin catching him off guard. Again dumping AJ to the outside, and AJ clearly frustrated.
To your point, though, Eamon, as you said, there's with teams of this caliber, there's not going to be a fluke victory. We're going to have a decisive winner one way or another, and things are starting to break down here.
AJ, oh God!
Oh man!
I think tired of the fact that he wasn't getting in on the action, sends Gavin Jacobs hard into the ring post on the floor.
Gavin's head cracked against that ring post, and his night may be over early. Garyt Lee may be going this one alone here. The complexion of this matchup changing very, very quickly.
Garyt wrenching down on that side headlock. AJ getting the tag in. Oh, I think behind the back of Garyt Lee, unanticipating that shot. And look at AJ Cazana.
He is a powerhouse, Eamon, I'm telling you.
I saw back in Moundsville, like I said on Friday, AJ take someone twice the size of Garyt Lee and muscle him over in that exact same fashion. There is so much power that AJ exhibits in that
5
ring.
minutes have gone by in the match. 5 minutes.
A lot of core strength from the country gentleman here.
And now going to pound on Garyt in the corner. This is a tough predicament for the Wayward Sons, as you mentioned.
Well, it's part of being a champion is, do you have the resiliency to weather the storm? And we're going to find that out here.
AJ again muscling Garyt over.
Nice tag team cohesion from the country gentleman.
And KC now, going to work down on the back of Garyt Lee. Just picking apart your opponent inch by inch, brick by brick.
Very methodical, very meticulous, but that's classic tag team wrestling, which certainly the NWA team brings to the table.
Garyt getting dumped out of the floor, and I think KC with a hold of our official. It's AJ going to pound in here on Garyt Lee. And KC also, as we saw there, quite an eccentric individual as well. He can get a mouth on him, to say the least.
Yeah, he's never short on words.
I'm going to roll
neither
Garyt
is
back
AJ
into
in
the
this
ring.
exchange. Hooks the leg. No, 2.5, but man, it's getting closer and closer. And think of the headlines it would make if the country gentleman can unseat the Wayward Sons.
I mean, just that alone, it's future bookings, it's more opportunities, it's more money.
Absolutely.
And that just leads to more beer, more celebrating for the country gentleman. KC now, with Garyt Lee in the corner, gonna, again, pick away at Garyt Lee, who desperately needs a tag right now to Gavin Jacobs. But he's not gonna get it as he meets the elbow of AJ.
Very wise wrestling. Those body shots taking the air out of Garyt Lee, And if you can't breathe, you can't fight. The lactic acid builds up in the muscles.
Chin breaker by Garyt, trying to get some separation and some breathing room. Can he make the tag? There's a tag in to Gavin Jacobs. And now Gavin Jacobs going to lay in the shots.
I believe Gavin has a real sense of urgency here.
Big spine buster.
Textbook, vintage Gavin Jacobs offense.
Tried for a blow, but Gavin Jacobs able to duck under. AJ now with a hold, going to lift up Gavin, trying for possibly another vertical suplex. Gavin doing his best to fight free.
Look at the physical struggle right there. Gavin was not going to give up, man, and he made AJ Cazana pay for it.
Gavin seemingly shifting the momentum back for the Wayward Sons, but can he capitalize? AJ's wobbly up to his feet, thinking the cutter, hits it! But not looking to capitalize, instead tagging in Garyt. I don't know if that's the smartest move, Jim.
Yeah, Garyt Lee has sustained so much punishment over the past several minutes.
Big senton bomb, missed there. And KC now with a shot at Gavin on the floor.
And I believe that Gavin got hit right between the eyes. Pinpoint precision from KC Cazana.
And now Garyt, again, still vulnerable. What could he be thinking? Powerbomb. Oh, my God. Drops Garyt Lee hard into the mat.
And that was nasty impact.
Gavin Jacobs pulling down KC from whatever he had him out on the top rope to maybe stop any more further damage that Garyt was going to have inflicted upon him. Chin breaker there by Garyt.
And it's really breaking down here. All four athletes involved.
As AJ rocked there on the floor. That was a desperation move, I got to say, by Gavin Jacobs, but it was necessary. Cutter there on KC. And now, I think he tried for that senton before. Can he?
Will it pay off this time? Will the gamble pay off?
It does! Right across the chest of KC, and now Gavin in for the cover.
And just by inches, the Wayward Sons retain the championship.
The winners of the match, and still VCW Tag Team Champions, Gavin Jacobs and Garyt Lee, the Wayward Sons!
I gotta say, Jim, we predicted it, but it is true. I think that was the hardest fought title defense so far for the Wayward Sons.
But Eamon, that's not the only championship that's going to be decided this afternoon. I believe coming up next, we're going to go to a brief 15-minute intermission, but when we come back, we have the big boss, Glenn Spector, squaring off against Cowpoke Paul. Jacob Edwin going to take on Jimmy Shane. And let's not forget, Izzy Lambert gets his chance at the VCW Heavyweight Championship.
Once I rose above the noise and confusion, just to get a glimpse beyond this illusion, I was soaring ever higher.
Bit of a stare down here with the country gentlemen. Hard fought in this matchup, but just not enough to get the job done. But a sign of respect between these two teams.
Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe not!
What the hell is that? A
Cazana
cheap shot.
with the headbutt and the clothesline. And oh God, now with that branding iron, driving it into the throat.
Talk about sour grapes. They're going to try to take out the Wayward Sons. They're going to try to injure the tag team champions.
And now AJ, those belts still belong to the Wayward Sons. They may not look like it, but they're the victors in this matchup. And
where are they taking those championships? They don't belong to them.
not gonna